Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you the trade I took, why I took it, and my pre-market game plan, the scenarios I was looking at. And this is the only trade I took for the day. I'm going to show you why I took it, how I executed it, and how I managed the trade as well. So let's get right into it. So starting off, this is a trade I took. This is at a level here at the 44s, 43s that I was watching because the pre-market was kind of uptrending mostly. And then news came out here for me at 2:30 European time. I'm in Spain. News came out, took out all-time highs, and then was just hovering around for a little bit. So this interesting area where there was a low volume area, there were some zero prints inside, and also structure of pre-market highs right here where I was expecting, if price comes there, to support it. So I had that, and I shared that on my pre-market plan on X, where I post every single day right before pre-market the scenarios that I'm going to be watching and what I'm expecting price to do. So as you can see, the first scenario for buys was dips above or on top of 6543 to get defended on top of pre-market highs. And that's exactly what happened. Right here on top of 44, just above 43. This is where the market immediately sold off right on the first minute of market open, sold off very aggressively. Then the selling stopped. I took it long here with a 2-point stop loss, right, very tight, just above low day, targeting the 56s. So why did I take this trade long? Let me show it to you on the heat map or book map, whatever you want to call it. So here the market opens at 3:30 my time. That's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for you Americans. Market opens and sells off very aggressively right into that level that I had shared in my pre-market plan. So you can see the aggressive selling by the red bubbles. The selling represents the red bubbles. But as soon as it comes to my level around the 43, 44, 45, just above that key level that I mentioned, you can see very, very large green bubbles starting to pop up. What does that mean? That means aggressive buying is coming into the market. So that's people hitting market orders coming into the market. What you can also see is still a decent amount of red bubbles, but you can see all these colorful orange and dark red lines. Those are limit orders. Those are bids of passive buyers waiting to absorb those aggressive sellers. So those are filling as well. That's a very good sign. That's what I want to see. I want to see aggressive buying coming into the market while passive buyers are absorbing the aggressive sellers. So I'm seeing this, I'm watching this live. More aggressive buying is coming in. The buying bubbles, the green bubbles, are getting bigger than the red bubbles as well. By this point here, you can see the selling, the red bubbles are already getting smaller. The selling is getting smaller, weaker, and it's starting to dwindle. And it's also not breaking the low of day, which are these 2 points. This is the low day, and the selling is not able to break below that. What else can we see? Those bids here that were filled earlier are rebidding over here, just constantly absorbing all those aggressive sellers while aggressive buying is also stepping in. So I saw that in real time, and after seeing this selling getting weaker and dwindling, and this as well, and it's not able to break that low, I took it long right here at the 46 level, right over here. This is where I entered long with a stop loss at 44, just above low day, targeting the 56s, which was right over here. Just below that double top equal highs of the pre-market, just below that here at the 56s, that's what I was targeting. So as soon as I got in, market hovered around for 1 minute around my entry, but then started going up very good, as you can see over here as well on the heat map. Just a lot of green bubbles, a lot of aggressive buying. That's what I want to see. And it starts going up, goes up to around 54, just 2 points shy of my target. But then selling comes in because the market opened at 53 today, and that's where price had some struggle to push past that at this point in time. So I saw that struggle, and I didn't want price to come back to my entry. I was break even at the time already because I was so close to my target of hitting a 5-hour trade. I went break even with my risk, so this was a risk-free trade, but I did not want to let this clean of a trade and this quick and this early in the market just go break even on me without having any profits. So I took one of my contracts. I entered with 3 contracts. I took one of them off right over here at 51.25, as you can see, for 5 points and a quarter on 2 points of risk. So that's 2.5 R for the first contract. And then price came down slowly, but this slow action, what you can see here is just many bids here popping up again. And all this aggressive selling is not really moving down with ease. What did that tell me? That just told me that these passive buyers that were absorbing all these sellers are still in the market, and they're defending all of these prices, all of this buying. So this was still, all this selling was getting passively bought to move the market up even higher. You can see all this aggressive selling. So this came one tick, so 0.25 away from my break even, because my break even was here, 46.25. So this came very close, but it didn't hit. And then it started riling up again. Aggressive selling came back into the market, but could not break that low, that all these equal lows here with all this selling. Could not go past it. So that means just more passive buying, absorbing all this selling, and that gave me even more conviction in my trade. Then the market ended up rallying even more. And remember, as I said in the beginning of my video, my target was 56, going for a 5-hour trade, and it was just the first point of resistance that I could come up with. Just this like little high over here, this opposite structure. This was the first point that I could come up with that made sense where price could turn on me. And that's where I got very unlucky, because you can just see it went to 55.75, just one tick away from my target, and that's where price completely turned on me. And you can see the buying is getting a little bit smaller here, but just, yeah, one tick away. Didn't hit my target, and then a massive sell-off came out of nowhere, very aggressive. But because I saw this buying getting quite weak and its aggressive selling starting to come in, I decided to take one more contract off just to give myself a little bit more profits. So I had 2 contracts left at this point. I took one more off here at 53.50, which was right here, after I saw this buying getting weaker and smaller and aggressive selling stepping in. This is where I took another contract off, just giving myself a little bit more profit, because the trade was still looking good, but coming that close to my target, and then seeing this made me hesitate a little bit. So that's why I took another contract off. So that gave me a 2R profit for the day. And then my last contract that I was in with, I got stopped out right over here at 46.75 with that aggressive sell-off. So that was my break even that got hit. So 2 of my contracts I took partials on. I was 1 tick away from my take profit, which was very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sometimes that's going to happen. Maybe I should have just put it a little bit lower, but I'm not going to think like that. I think my take profit was very good. It was just unfortunate. But then you could say this was a re-entry, because my analysis was still basically, like, theoretically my analysis was still not incorrect. Like, these buyers were still in control. And what ended up happening is, if you just draw this as like a sort of market structure demand, because all this buying, this is where it started. So price sold off very aggressively, took me out break even right over here. And then that same bid that was here earlier, those same bids was still there, and that selling hit that bid, and from there on out it rallied up again. This could have been a re-entry, but quite honestly I was just happy with my 2R for the day being done like 20 minutes into the market open. So that was the most important thing for me. Just, I got my 2R. It's not the best, but it's still 2R. I'm able to enjoy the rest of my day, and yeah, I don't have to put any more risk on the table, to be honest. So yeah, this was just a little bit unfortunate, just missing my target for 1 tick, hitting me out break even, getting like a re-entry at my area where I first entered from, then price instantly rallied straight to my target. It's a little bit painful to see that, but it is what it is. My analysis was good. I took partials, not on the perfect moments, but I still took partials, which gave me some profits for the day. My planned R was 5 over here, but I still have 2 R for the day. I'm happy with that, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'll show you the footprint as well on the moment that I entered. So price was getting supported by VWAP as well. I forgot to mention that, like VWAP was here. Price just kept being supported by that. And this is how the footprint looked. So you can just see all that aggressive selling, which is the red numbers over here, minus 1,600, minus 700, minus 300, just a lot of selling, just getting trapped at those lows. Then when price came back to that, let's see, just more, but then this time is a lot weaker, and that's where price just rallied from. So yeah, that was my trade for the day. Clean analysis, clean execution. I do this all in advance, no hindsight things. As you can see, I posted this 2:45 p.m. for my time, and the market opens at 3:30 p.m. So for United States, this is 8:45 a.m. in the morning. I share my analysis on X, and yeah, I show my trades as well. If you go to my profile, I share my trades, I share my analysis, share the explanation. So yeah, very clean trade. Unfortunate that it just came one tick away from my target, but that's gonna happen sometimes. Sometimes it's gonna fly straight to your target, sometimes it's gonna struggle, sometimes it's not even gonna hit it. But the most important is that you manage your trade, manage your risk, play defense, and make sure you get some profits at the end of the day. And that's what I did today, so I'm very happy. Up a little bit, like 1.5 hours for the week. So let's see what Thursday and Friday brings. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have some questions or about my analysis, or about how I enter trades, or how I analyze the order flow on the heat map or on the footprint, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to look at your questions or your comments, and maybe I'll make a video about it. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. So peace.